To show the whole process of a visit, we'll start with the scheduler. So within the scheduler, you can see that the appointments are color-coded depending on the status of the appointment. The shaded areas are the non-working areas where you're able to set either globally and per provider. You're also able to view up to 6 provider schedules at once, so you can have them side by side and be easily able to compare who has what available. Now at check-in, you'll be able to verify the patient's demographic information, the insurance information, as well as check eligibility. You'll be able to see the patient's balances, as well as collect copay up front. Now going into the patient's demographic information, you're also able to add documents pertaining to the patient's record here, such as any radiology or lab orders, maybe their insurance card or their driver's license information. And finally, their insurance, again, where you'll be able to add as subscriber or add as dependent. Charge procedures is the area where you would enter in your CPT codes, HCPCS, modifiers, and the diagnosis associated with that code. If there is additional information you need to add to the claim, it can be added here in Claims Details. We can now go to the charge slip to prepare the claim to be sent. Here, you'll be able to indicate whether it's an electronic claim or a manual claim. No insurance indicates that the patient does not have any insurance, or they have insurance but do not want to use it for this claim. Here is where you would select which insurances to use. At the bottom here are your claim processing parameters where you're able to edit. Once complete entering all the information, you can click Calculate. As you can see, the unit price automatically populated from a fee schedule set up under Administration. Now once this charge slip is posted, we can now go to Billable Visits. Billable Visits shows all of the charge slips that are posted and are ready to be sent out. Now if this is a manual claim, you'll be able to select the claim and create a HCFA. All of the patient's information will be pre-populated onto the HCFA form, so it's easy to print out and send it in. So here's an example of a HCFA form. As you can see, all the information is populated on the form. Now if this is an electronic claim, we'll select the ones that we want to send. Click Yes to submit the claim. At this point, it is doing a pre-scrubbing. The pre-scrubbing looks for things such as missing NPI numbers or CPT codes that do not have an associated diagnosis with it. So once that's complete, you'll receive a confirmation that the claim was sent. And at this point, the claim that was sent will be taken off of the billable visits list. Once your claims have been sent, you'll be able to see your claims under Recent Claims. Here, you'll be able to see the status, along with the processing history at the bottom. If this is an electronic claim, you'll be able to receive and view your claim payment messages under Claim Payments. You'll be able to see the explanation of benefits by double-clicking on the claim payment message. The application automatically puts a claim payment message into this easy-to-read format. In this example, this claim payment message only contains one patient with one date of service and one charged procedure, but it could contain many patients, dates of services, and charged procedures. So on the screen, you'll be able to easily perform various actions such as make claim payment, bill to patient, bill to next payer, or resubmit the claim. To perform these actions, you would check the charge procedure. This is a simple claim payment here, and you verify that it is the correct amounts listed here on the explanation of benefits. You can just select that and click on Make Claim Payment. And if this is not what you want to do, then you can click Undo. Another action is to bill to next payer. If this patient has a secondary insurance, the bill to next payer option would be enabled, and you can bill this to their secondary payer. Another action would be to bill to patient. With the bill to patient action, if, for example, the insurance doesn't pay, you can transfer the insurance balance over to the patient balance. Lastly, you can resubmit the claim. So if the claim has been denied and the insurance does not pay anything due to maybe a coding error, you're easily able to change those codes here on the side and resubmit the claim. Now, once all your actions have been selected for all of the charge procedures and the dates of service for these various patients, then you would need to click on the Final Submit button to process these actions. Until this Final Submit button is pressed, nothing will be done. If this was a manual claim and you receive a hard copy of the explanation of benefits and a check in the mail, you'll be able to enter these under Add Payment. You would simply select the payment source, such as from the insurance plan. If it's from the insurance plan, select the insurance plan. Then select the patient and the dates of service this payment is for. Simply enter in these amounts. For example, the allowed amount is $80. Payment, $60. As you can see, the write-off is automatically calculated for you, and the balance is transferred over to the patient, since this patient only has one insurance. If this patient had more than one insurance, then the balance would remain under insurance balance. Up here is the area where you would enter in the full payment amount. Basically, it's a checks and balances. So if you're dividing up into multiple dates of service, we want to make sure that the division of the payments equal to the full payment amount up here. So you can enter in the check number. And then once you click Submit, the payments will be applied to the appropriate patients and their dates of services. Now with this feature, you don't have to be within a patient's date of service or even within a patient's record. But if you do want to be within a patient's record for a specific date of service, then you can go into the patient's charge slip balance screen. Within the patient's charge slip balance screen, you'll be able to see the charges, any payments here. Okay, so within the screen, you'll be able to process the same things, basically the write-offs, payments, even adjustments, co-pays, refunds. So there's various things that you can select here. And again, you would simply enter in the amounts. We also have the patient ledger, which shows a running balance for this patient. So on the screen here, you'll be able to see all of the charges, the dates of services, the payments, and the running balance here, along with the patient balance and the insurance balance. And if requested, you'll be able to print this ledger out. We also have the collections area where you will be able to see any outstanding balances, either for the patient or for the insurance. So select one of these, which one you would like to see, and click Apply. So if we go into this first patient here, this first patient shows a patient balance of $119. If we double click and go in there, we'll be able to see all of their dates of services and the amounts owed. So this one, for this date of service, this patient is overdue 121 days with a balance of $99, and this one $20. So a total amount here. And at the bottom, you'll be able to document any actions that have been performed to collect the balance from this patient. So that is our practice management area.